The reason that I tell women that if you're talking to a man, he should be spending money on you. If you're married to a man, he should be spending money on you. Because a man will tell five different women, I love you. You're the only woman that I'm talking to, yada, yada, yada. But if a man is investing in you, that is how you know that he is only talking to you. A man is not going to invest in five different women. So if you want to guarantee his words align with his action, make him spend money on you, make him pay your rent, make him pay all your bills. That's how you know that you're actually his girlfriend. If he's not spending any money on you, you're just a friend. You're just going out with a friend. Okay? If a man refuses to spend money on you, he's not a man. Okay? He is a boy. He needs to grow up. Send him back to his mother.
Stop it. Get some help.
Most women these days want more from a man, but they give very little in return. They expect him to spend money, cover bills, and provide, but offer no real loyalty, effort, or emotional investment of their own. But here's the truth. A man who's only spending money on you isn't necessarily showing love. He might just be buying attention. On the other hand, a real man, the one who truly wants a connection with you, not just your presence, won't lead with cash. He'll lead with time, consistency, and effort. He'll show up, listen, build trust, and invest in getting to know who you are, not just what you look like or how you make him feel in the moment. Yet so many women overlook that guy. Instead, they chase the flashy one, the rich man with designer clothes and expensive dinners, thinking that's winning. But that man, he's often just rotating women through his life, and when he's done, he walks away clean, while she's left wondering why love never lasted. Real value isn't in your bank account, it's in your character, your consistency, and what you're willing to build together. And a real man knows the difference. Too bad too many women don't, until it's too late. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this month, and your support will really help the team.
Okay, so I just asked this guy, we talked for a little bit. It was like a Hinge match, okay? It triggered the fuck out of me. Oh my god, why am I crying on camera? Okay, this is what had happened. So we went on like literally one date. We talked for a while. He seemed excited, but he lives like 2 hours away, okay? And so it just kind of fizzled, and then I was going to be in town, so we met up. We had a good day. We had a good date. And then I could just tell, like, things were not vibing afterwards. You know, I could just tell his energy was a little reserved, and I was like, okay. So I just let it fizzle, whatever. But this is some guy, I was like, oh, he's hot. He's, like, established, da-da-da. I was like, I like this guy. And things went well on the date. Why is he, what happened? I never got clarity. So tonight, a few months, that was in the summer, I don't know. A few months later, I just sent him a voice message, and I asked him, I said, hey, I hope you're doing well, blah, 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 blah. Pleasantries. And I said, hey, I just would love to know, like, what the disconnect was. Like, what was like, I thought we had a fun time. The communication was fun. Yada, yada. I just talked about what a good time I had. And I was like, I just asked him for genuine feedback. I was like, what happened, basically? And I said, no hard feelings. Of course, no hard feelings. Things just don't work sometimes, whatever. But for my growth, I want to attract somebody that I respect. And right now I'm attracting a bunch of fucking avoidance, and I'm, what happened? Anyways. And so I held it together, okay, guy. And then he texted me that it was just the distance. He said we had a really good day and it was fun, but there's a lot of hurdles with distance and Why am I upset? Why am I crying? I feel better talking it out, actually. Thanks, TikTok. Thanks, TikTok. But I think it triggered my inner child in a way that was like, somebody didn't choose me, like I wasn't worthy enough for a long distance, like making that effort. Which is hurtful. But I appreciate the honesty, and that's all I needed to do. It was very vulnerable. I think that was another part of it too. The vulnerability of asking somebody, like, hey, what happened? And then them answering, and it's just like, just wasn't worth it, kind of. Like, he was so nice about it. But it hurt me feelings. It triggered me. Have any of you ever done this? Have any of you ever asked somebody, maybe they ghosted you, I don't know, ask? It's kind of like, grow, get a little uncomfortable. I sent him a voice message asking him, what was the disconnect?
So she gets rejected, ghosted, left on red, and suddenly she's out here crying like it's some cruel twist of fate, as if she never did the exact same thing to men before. She ignored texts, disappeared after dates, played hot and cold, treated good men like options, then acted shocked when they moved on. But now, karma came back around, and this time, she's the one staring at a silent phone, wondering what went wrong. The blow hit hard because she never thought it would land on her. She assumed she'd always be the one walking away, never the one left behind. But life doesn't care about your pride. Actions echo, and what you put out, especially when you think no one's watching, always finds its way back. Only difference is, when men got ghosted, they didn't cry for sympathy, they just walked. Now it's her turn to feel it, and maybe, just maybe, that pain will teach her what respect really means.
I'm not going to lie, once I got in my relationship, I was a bit big-headed. I did sit there and go, it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long until someone sees how pretty I am and how talented I am and smart and clever and whatever. It's not going to be long. Just you wait. Well, I've been waiting. And it has been a very fucking long time. And it's not been great either. First guy I was speaking to was someone from my past. I've spoken to him before. Everything was going fine. And then, boom. Ghosts me. Fine, whatever. Then starts speaking to me again. Then ghosts me again. And I'm getting like a bit of fucking whiplash from him. Do you know what I mean? Then I see on his socials he's on holiday. But big brain Jess here realises he is not alone. Because someone is taking those pictures of him. Who is it? His girlfriend. He has a girlfriend. How long has he had this girlfriend? I don't fucking know. Do I want to know? Because I don't want to be implicit into these lies and deceit. So that didn't go great, did it? Then someone else from my past just pipes up and is like, I've always fancied you. And I'm like, oh my God, of course you have, I'm brilliant. And then it goes terribly wrong again. I realise, this isn't great. So I'm back on Tinder. Then someone else from my past is like, I've always fancied you. And again, I'm like, of course you have, it's me. We organise a date, and the worst thing about this is I actually really like this guy. It was the first guy I've been speaking to that actually had something about him. I was super excited. Cancels the date and then ghosts me. At this point, I'm like, I am the issue. I'm the problem. It is me. Hi. On Tinder, go on a date. Worst date I've ever had. Absolutely fucking abysmal. It scarred me for life. So I decided, no. Enough's enough. All these men can leave me the fuck alone. I'm done with it. Delete all the apps. I'm single. I'm happy. I'm carefree for 4 months. And then I decide to do the worst decision ever. I get drunk and bored and I play a game of hot and not on Tinder. Meet a guy. He's nice. And then there's loads of red flags. But I'm like, I can't see them. But bitch, you can. They're glaring in your fucking face and you know it. But then he ghosts me. And that one fucking hurt. What's wrong with me? I then go on a bit of a rampage. I'm using Tinder all the time. I've gone on another date with some guy. I threw up on the first date. Let's not talk about that. That wasn't great. But now I am alone, single, and I'm just like, I am the issue. It is me. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv.
I was rejected by a guy in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible, but still a part of me feels like this was my fault, so I need you guys to let me know what you think. One day, I matched with this guy on Bumble who was very, very handsome. He was a documentary filmmaker, curly brown hair, profile said 6'2". At the time, I was going through an identity crisis, so I just so happened to dye my hair back to brunette, although previous to that, I was blonde. I was on this dating app, and unfortunately I hadn't updated any of my photos to reflect the way that I looked, although the photos that I did have were just like taken 2-3 months ago. It's not like my physical appearance looked that different, it's just that my hair color was very different. So me and this guy are literally talking for 2 days, we're hitting it off, the conversation is flowing back and forth, and most of the time guys will just waste your time and not ask you out on a date, or if they ask you out on a date, they'll ask you to like go for a walk in the park. Days after us matching, we are on a date, I meet him for the first time, he's exiting his car, and he's walking towards me, and as he's walking towards me, I could tell he has like a confused look on his face. And I've been on many dates. I've never been accused of being a catfish. I've never had somebody disappointed when they saw me in real life. In fact, I've had guys tell me that they are surprised and that I actually look better in person, that I look better than in my photos. He gives me a hug, we walk to the restaurant, we sit down, we're ordering drinks, and he's just asking him random questions, trying to make small talk, and he is just being very, very odd and standoffish. And at one point during the date, he looks at me and he says, "You look a little different than on your photos." I was like, yeah, I actually dyed my hair. I went darker. I've been a brunette in the past. Like, this is actually close to my natural hair color. And I was just tired of the blonde because it was ruining my hair. And then he tells me that he thinks that that is actually misleading and that I should have updated my dating profile photos to match how my hair looks now. So then I ask him, well, would that have changed your opinion of me? Would that have made you not want to go out on a date? And he kind of laughs and shrugs it off and says, well, you know, I do like blondes. And that just like rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, we end up splitting some appetizers on a couple of drinks and I end up leaving and thinking to myself, like, this is probably not going to go anywhere because that guy was super, super weird. I have no plans on texting this guy, but then I get a text from him the next evening. He sends me a whole paragraph that I never even asked for. In his paragraph, he tells me that he thinks that it's not right, that I misrepresented myself on my dating profile, and that if he's being completely 100% transparent, he is into blondes, that is his specific type, and he does not prefer brunettes. I never replied to him. I ended up blocking his number. But guys, there was a part of me that almost got my butt into my car and went to Sally Beauty Supply to get some bleach because I was so insecure at that point. When I look back on it though, did I make a mistake? Did I misrepresent myself? Did I catfish this guy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
So I'm probably gonna get shit for this video, but honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna make it anyway. I wanna talk about guys that reject hot chicks and then slum. Meaning you dated a hot girl and then decided that hot girl was not for you and are now dating a girl that is not nearly as hot. Obviously, there can be a lot of factors as to why you reject a hot girl. This is just a very broad generalization, but I'm gonna say it. I think the main reason that men reject hot women is because they don't want to have to work that hard. I mean, I think it's no secret that hot chicks tend to have higher expectations and higher standards than maybe less attractive women. I know how that sounds. It sounds really bad, but I think it's just because, again, hot chicks are just used to being treated a certain way. So I do think oftentimes when attractive men meet attractive women, they're almost like, crap, I'm actually gonna have to put in a lot of work here. Whereas girls that are less attractive just don't require that much work. To be clear, I think that you guys should be putting in work for whoever you are dating, no matter what they look like. But I think that girls that are less attractive, I mean, they're gonna be more likely to just accept you for how you are. They're gonna appreciate you more. They're going to demand less. They're gonna make you feel better about yourself. Again, obviously, I'm sure that it's like you could break up with a hot chick because she's just an asshole. But if that were really the case, then why wouldn't you date another hot girl afterwards? And yes, I understand that obviously other things than looks are more important, and you could have matured and realized like, hey, I actually want to date somebody that I have shit in common with and makes me laugh and that's smart and cool and not just hot. But there are hot girls that have good personalities and that are smart and cool and you have things in common with too. They're just higher maintenance. I get it, you're gonna call me shallow and all of that, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me for more tips.
Most men don't want drama. They want peace, a woman who values them, respects them, and stands by them. They're not chasing perfection. They're not obsessed with beauty alone. But too many women think it's all about looks, that if they're attractive, men will tolerate disrespect, coldness, or selfishness. That's where they're wrong. A man would rather have a woman with average looks who treats him like a priority than a 10 who makes him feel like an option. Because real men know beauty fades, but respect, loyalty, peace, that's what builds a life. And when a woman confuses attention for commitment, she loses the very man who was willing to stay.
So I got friend zoned. Tonight I finally got the courage to ask one of my guy friends out and admit my feelings for him. And I asked him to be my boyfriend, and he said no. He did not feel the same way for me, and he said that he just wanted to be friends. I have been crying all night, and I feel like I ruined our friendship because I admitted my feelings for him. And when we hung out, I thought we had a connection, and there were sparks, and I guess I misread the whole thing. It sucks when someone doesn't feel the same way about you. I wish I didn't admit to him that I wanted a relationship because I feel like I embarrassed myself.
So this woman got ghosted, and now she's feeling exactly how men used to feel when they got turned down. Remember? When a guy would respectfully ask a woman out and she'd shut him down cold, call him creepy, or laugh about it with her friends? Or worse, he'd spend his time and money taking her on a date only for her to go on TikTok the next day making fun of him like he was some joke. Now the tables have turned. She's the one left on red, the one wondering what she did wrong, the one crying over silence she once gave freely. Funny how that works. Karma doesn't yell. It just shows up quiet and makes you feel the very pain you once ignored.
One thing about me is I don't like a cheap man. If you're not going to spend money, you're not going to be around. I don't care. I'm not one of these girls that's going to act like I don't want something for my birthday. I'm not going to act like a little bouquet and some cheap ass chocolates is enough for Valentine's Day. I'm not going to tell you I don't want anything for Christmas. You're going to spend some money and you're going to like it. I like men that like to spend money on their woman. That's what I like. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to be with a man that I could see the pain in his eyes when he has to take out his card and pay for something. I don't want to be with a man that thinks buying dinner is considered tricking. And I know I'm ruffling the feathers of all the broke-ass, bum-ass men that are watching this video right now, and they think, oh my God, this woman's so entitled. Men invented being entitled, okay? And right about now, I know you guys are typing in the comment section, make your own money. I do. That's the thing. That's why I don't have to giggle at a joke that I don't think is funny. That's why I don't have to settle down with a broke, dirty, loser, dusty bum of a man, right? Everything is taken care of over here. So if you can't add to my life, you can get the fuck out of my face. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Bye.